This is another 419 Grind exclusive. Wake up, Toledo.
Wake your ass up.
Yeah, you're listening to the 419 Grind Rise and Grind Morning Show. Rep your city. Visit us online at the419grind.com.
Renee, what's up, Leah?
Hey, world, it's your girl, Miss Leah Renee.
Leah, I am just taken back by so much energy, so much, I'm just grateful. Today is just like a really grateful day because there's just some great things happening in our lives. And ain't nobody mad but the haters.
Ain't nobody mad but the haters.
Ain't nobody.
They always mad.
And they all, and you know what we do
just
now?
gonna continue to pray for them.
We're going to salute the haters. You know why we're going to salute the haters? Because there's too many of them, so why get mad? Just salute them.
Just salute them. I pray for the haters.
You pray for the haters?
Every day.
So I want to say good morning to all, as our family say, Miss Amy. Good morning to all the grinders. This is the all-new Rise and Grind Morning Show.
Yes.
And let's just take a moment. I don't care where you're at, what you got going on. Thank you for our listeners and our followers that's been following.
Yes.
Just take a moment to say thank you. We get so caught up in what tomorrow looks like, what we're supposed to do, and we just don't take a moment to say thanks. Just appreciation. Wherever you are, even when they make you mad, just want to say thank you. And again, thank you to all the grinders. We got a great show lined up. I'm excited. It's a lot of energy in the building. I know where you might be listening live. Leah is crunk in this place.
Hey.
Our interns is grinding early this morning.
Yes.
And we really grinding. Hey, Leah.
Yes, sir.
Man, how it feel outside, man? What's the traffic like? How folks getting to work today?
Well, the roads are looking really good today, except for there's a lot of construction. There's a lot of construction going on all over the city. Out there by Hollywood Casino on 75, going northbound. There's like lane closures and there's construction, orange barrels everywhere. So definitely make sure you take your time, give yourself enough time, on your route in the morning so that you don't have speed through the construction zones. Excuse me. And there is also some traffic over there, construction over there by Front Street on 280, on I-280, going both directions. So make sure if you're going those ways, if that's in your route, make sure you're taking your time and giving yourself enough time to get through that because, you don't want to rush through construction zones. And it's nice and sunny outside. I think the temperatures are going to be in the 80s.
Oh, we got some nice, pleasant weather.
Yes, so.
And that's some Jews, and if you don't know who Financially Lit is, write it down. I don't care where you at. Take a minute. Financially Lit, our intern, actually Murky Murk is rocking her Financially Lit shirt today. Like them on Facebook. Send them a message. This is where we just really see if we have the influence of those that listen. If you really rock with us and we shout people out and we support our local entrepreneurs, businesses, agencies, community works, take a moment and just like the page and say, hey, I heard it on the 419 Grind podcast, the Rise and Grind Morning Show, and let them know. We had yesterday Working Out Wednesday was just
Working Out Wednesday.
crazy. I think we didn't adapt to that. I'm excited about next week. We got some great guests coming in. We're going to be able to work it out. I know you stay a little crunk, so we're going to be able to dance a little bit in this place. Leah like that, y'all. We get to just have a little fun. Leah.
Yeah.
Last night, we got a chance to see you on a whole nother show last night. Let us know about that experience.
Yes. Did you watch, Trice?
No, I didn't. I just know you was on there.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you at least knew. Yeah, I was on Andrew Z's show last night. Andrew Z in the morning. Man, I had so much fun. Shout out to Andrew, Chandra, Gina, and oh gosh, what was the other lady's name?
Chandra, Luke.
Sugar. Her name was Sugar.
Yep.
And then yeah, so I had a great time. It went so quick. Like before I knew it, he was saying we're in the last 10 minutes of the show, and I was like, wait a minute, it's over already. Like I had a good time. So shout out to Andrew Z. Thank you so much for inviting me on your show, and I will definitely come back anytime. And we got to get you on our show.
We got a special guest. She got Leah. I don't want to tell the secret sauce because we got some secret sauce.
Secret sauce.
Love you so much from both of us. You know. For sure, we ain't telling no. It's just all I can tell you.
We got some secrets.
I'm just gonna tell you it's gonna be a hot box in here. Let me just say that. So yeah, Leah, how was that experience? What was different about joining Andrew Z for them even to reach out? What was different about that experience last night?
Well, I like how they have their show on Zoom. So we had the computer set up. I was in the studio with Andrew Z, but the other hosts were in different locations, and they were on a Zoom call, so that was different. And I thought that was pretty cool. And his they all had very different personalities.
Absolutely.
And they are very they have no filters.
No, they was shooting shit and sucking dick and all that.
Sugar called me thirsty. I was like,
they was in there talking about maybe
damn.
I'll just give a blowjob before. I'm like, whoa, like they is Andrew Z no more podcast. They just go and go.
It was a good time. I really appreciate that.
And I'm sure Z and all those listening and following his show get a chance to be a part of that. So I was just glad to see how your territory expands. So when we say that,
that's a blessing.
Man, God will put you in positions that you ain't even signed up for.
Yes, he will.
And we saw you on there looking on your phone. I said, look at her in this phone. She taking a selfie in the studio. We was watching.
I was in the studio with Andrew Z. You think I'm not about to take a selfie?
Period. Like, I mean.
Like, I got to get this on video. I'm sorry.
And so it was really good. We had a chance, and I just want to say we had a chance to talk it out yesterday as our internal staff here with the 419 Grind Studios, the staff. Big shout out to Jesse Coleman, Victor Coleman.
Yeah, shout out to our brothers.
Why they making it happen. And we just had a chance to have that conversation for longevity. Ain't nothing short term. Love the opportunity that we're in, Leah. We get a chance to start from the bottom. Yeah. Our viewers, our listeners are starting with us. It ain't perfect, but it is seasoned. Yeah. I want to send a very special thank you to Lexi, who's been assisting us in a lot of different ways. I often look at when we have support, Leah, and we have people that look out for us, like a screw in the chair or a screw in and some type of what you build, and you have to use a screw. If you lose that screw don't necessarily mean a whole lot, but that finished product doesn't work the way it's supposed to. Yeah. And we got a lot of screws around here, Leah.
Yes, absolutely.
Some really screws too, like unscrew yourself. So again, this morning it is the Rising Grind. I don't know where you're going. Those is trying to log on and get all the emails from your schools and tell Leah, did you go contact your school for the Chromebook? Did you contact the school for the things that you're going to need for your child this year at TPS?
I'm not gonna lie.
She didn't do it, y'all.
No, listen. No. Shout out to my Davis family, my daughter's dad's family. They hold me down with the schooling stuff, with my kids, with both of my children.
So you got a great support system.
I have a great support system, and they made the calls. They're making sure that the kids got everything they need because I've been having a lot on my plate. It's been a lot of moving parts. It's a lot going on. So they thank God I have a great support system, and they hold me down with things like that. So they made the calls. It's definitely, the kids are good. They're ready and taken care of, but I can't take the credit for that. So.
And that's what it's all about, giving credit when credit is due. And that's what this is. And that's why I love this podcast opportunity, because we get a chance to interact. I will say, be mindful of your words. Watch what you speak out into the universe, because it does come back. Leah, you just mentioned, you said that I can't take credit. You can, but I get you. You're giving it to those that support group. But just speak life in your situation. And all of us, speak life. It is a little tired, little touchy. We hear people say, I just got so much on my plate, which sometimes happen, because it's happened to me, and I'm sure you probably experienced. When people hear us say that, oh, I got so much I got going on, I can't, don't nobody want to deal with you.
That's true.
Because they like, well, you just got too much and I didn't want to, or no, that ain't really want. So you got to watch, because closed doors can shut, which I don't necessarily knock a closed door, but just kind of be careful when we say, I got so much on my plate, because then it's like, oh, I don't want to bog you. You say it all the time. You have a lot going on. And you like, no, just hit me up. Just let me know. Tell me what's going on. And you like, but you said you had a lot going on your plate.
Right.
And we all do that, Leah, not just you. But I heard you say that. So manage what, and you are.
Yeah.
I saw you, I'm talking about, I was so impressed how you were able to shift and take care of your home needs, your family needs. I was just impressed that you was all able to multitask. And that's what that woman is able to do. Us men, we struggle with that.
Thank you. Yeah, I was raised by a lot of strong, hardworking women, and so that's all I know. That's all I know is to get to it and figure it out and make it happen.
And that's what I was sharing with my little brother. Big shout out to all our family and friends. If we forget you, we're shouting you out, and if we forget you today,
we gonna get you tomorrow. So on that note,
let me finish my point. No, I'm just playing. I had to get that back. I'm just playing. Go ahead, Leah.
No, you finish your point.
Go ahead. That was the joke. That was the joke.
I just wanted to say shout out to my girl Shantae and her time collection, because I haven't shouted her out since I've been on air.
And she was listening. I told you.
And she didn't even say nothing though. It was just that I thought.
Oh, your conscience whooped you.
Yeah, it did, because I thought about her and I was like, my girl, she's doing some big things. You know, she's out in AZ and she's a fashion designer, and she went to school for fashion, and she's like starting her own line. So, I told her whenever she brings herself back home, I got to get her on my show, Real Table Talk with Leah Renee, so we can talk about her line and everything. But I just wanted to send a special shout out to her. And
we got some other shows under the 419 Grind podcast.
Mm-hmm. We got a lot of heat coming, y'all. I mean, not even coming. Like, we got a lot of heat, period. Shows. Self-Explanatory with Lance and Arlinda.
Big shout out to Self-Explanatory.
Big shout out to them. That's a dope show they got.
Right here on the 419 Grind podcast.
Yep, right here on the 419 Grind. We got Capital T. We got Underrated. We got 419 Grind podcast. And we got Dr. Vic's podcast coming soon.
I'm talking about that network right here, podcast. You can find us on iHeartRadio. So if you are listening and you are liking what you hear, it is uncut. Expect the unexpected. That is our thing.
Yes.
Make sure that you like us, share us, and just love us, because we're going to love you in the same way. We're on all social media platforms. If you see the 419 Grind podcast, the little mic, that's us. Like us, share us, and we might throw some your way, because we like throwing a lot of stuff. We like to throw it in the air a little bit. We like to send a little love to Cash App. Send us some love. And our Cash App will be pinned in the comments. So make sure that you're supporting those that support you. Even if you don't understand what that show is, this is the time to give your time, your energy to help someone else. Don't get so caught up in what you got on. I like what you just did, Leah, that you threw a little love, because when we did the pop-up, the 40 Queens, I collected a lot of business cards. Yeah. And I do that for a reason, because I want them to know, as we show them love and y'all hear this, y'all give them a little love back. We got our brother, Mr. Jamal Middlebrooks, who does photography. It's called 419 Clothing, 419 on Facebook. Let him know you heard it right here, 419-245-4123. He does photography, videography. Great young brother. Again, Jamal Middlebrooks, shouting out from your girl Leah Renee and Big Trice.
Yes.
Also want to give a shout out, and this one for the ladies,
hey.
Bougie Boutique and Bougie Cosmetics. Again, check out bougiecosmetics.com. Also on Facebook and Instagram, Miss Renee, the CEO. How you doing? Give her a call, 419-708 9923. And what I like about podcasts is we're going to be on YouTube. So if you don't get the number, you can listen to it again. Leah, again, her number with Bougie Cosmetics, 419-708-9923. Let her know you heard it with Leah and Big Trice on the all-new Rise and Grind morning show. Hey, but don't go nowhere. Keep it locked. We're going to give you some more Toledo music because that's what we do. Let's give them a little bit of, we got our producers, let's give them a little bit of Toledo dough.
If you're tired of church as usual and you're looking for something invigorating, exciting with passion, then the Greater New Psalmist Baptist Church, 3251 Glendale, is the place for you. We are a people that's determined to occupy all streets while cultivating cultural change. The only thing's missing is you. Meet us at 3251 Glendale Avenue as we continue to be relevant and occupy all streets while cultivating cultural change.
Escape them details, yeah, you know I'm pushing that. 8-ball quarter pocket, yeah, you know I cut that. L dance from Adidas on, all day pretty stats. Got your bitch in the lag, pimpin' hard, that's a fact. Out of state, get airtime, man, this hoe is a rat. Niggas hating, that's whack. I'm just starting like my dad. Birdman got the drip on me, bitch, I'm stacking up racks. I like what I live, never tall, never steal. Two-tone, no flash shit, Cadillac with the grill. Leather wood on the wheel, smoke good, how I feel. Shining like I got a deal, turned up, no chill. Ring, ring, it won't stop ringing. Money calling back, I gotta go get it. Ring, 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 it won't stop ringing. Money calling back, I gotta go get it. Ring, 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 it won't stop ringing. Money calling back, I gotta go get it. Ring, 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 it won't stop ringing. Money calling back, I gotta go get it. Hard work, no play. Kids hungry, ain't they? Punch clock and I'm trapping hard. Food up on the plate. I stay in my own lane. Living life and I'm great. Lost tail with the steak. I was locked down in the breaks. In the grass with the snakes. Never talk with the jakes. No man don't feel homie. Hit him hard with the shake. Never snitch, don't relate. Never switch over cake. 3 stripes with the Drake. Ride around with the apes. Ring, ring, it won't stop ringing. Money calling back, I gotta go get it. Ring, 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 it won't stop ringing. Money calling back, I gotta go get it. Ring, 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 it won't stop ringing. Money calling back, I gotta go get it. Ring, 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 it won't stop ringing. Money calling back, I gotta go get it.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the all-new Rise and Grind morning show. It's your girl, Miss Leah Renee, and my boy, Big Trice, is in the building.
Hear me.
Man, shout out to all our viewers and all our listeners. Oh, my God, y'all. You know what? The loyalty is real. Shout out to Tenaciously Persistent. Shout out to Dominique Jones. Shout out to TJ Johnson. Because I know he on here, but I don't see his name, but I know he on here. And shout out to Beach. And shout out to everybody else who's tuned in.
Early this morning.
Early.
What's up? Biggie in that thing. Miss Ramsey, what's up? I see you, my boy Marcus Williams.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Marty Marr.
Eric Brown. We want to thank y'all. Hit the love button right now. Hit the love button. We showing y'all love. Hit the love button. Leah, we got some crazy, well, it ain't never crazy. It's always just something. I noticed in the reports are that the stimulus money is coming. Ohio is one of the starts. She about to vote Trump back in, y'all. She about to vote Trump back in, y'all, about that stimulus. Here we go. But I would like to say, to that point, there is supposed to be another round. I think Ohio was released on August 26th, so some may have already received or have begun, but they're also looking to still increase the unemployment, $300. And I know August 26th was the date for Ohio, so many unemployment may receive an additional $300. They're still talking about the stimulus. And yes, they have said those that receive the small business assistance, the PPP money, it was $1 billion in fraud.
Damn. That's a whole lot of money.
And in Toledo, it was folks running up them checks, boy. I seen.
Oh, so that's what they doing?
Yeah, that's why it was real good for a little
why
bit.
ain't nobody tell me? Shit, I would have went and got one.
No, because the blowback is about to be real for those that applied. And I was tempted. I ain't gonna even lie. I wanted to get in them bags too, but
I want to get in some of that bag.
But at the cost that it's gonna cost them for getting that money, and then you didn't have no game plan or no plan of action when you received it.
You just got it. And
I don't want that smoke. I keep balling on the budget. I keep this EBT that I got, $119 a month. About to go to Kroger's, Food Town, Seaway somewhere, and I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real safe. Like I don't want to messing with the government.
Yeah, I ain't messing with the IRS. That's
or the government. They not.
Or the government.
Nah. They not playing. Also in some of the news, R. Kelly.
Oh Lord.
R. Kelly done got whooped.
Where?
R. Kelly done got whooped. I know what's the song, Fly? I know he's singing in that thing. I believe I can fly. They got me locked down in why? Somebody get this in my eye.
Oh my gosh.
The guy just hit me in my eye. I believe, man, they done got R. Kelly because they have protested to let him out. One guy was just frustrated with the protests, and he got a chance to get a hold of R. Kelly. And now all that talking and all that, you got you gonna see what your hands do. Also, she need a mask. Again, everybody stay well, stay safe, keep your immune system up, continue to wash your hands, wash your face, wash your butt.
You had to follow up after I cough with that.
Yeah, go get the Clorox wipes because Leah is tenaciously persistent with keeping the studio clean, and want to thank you for that. And it's just the Clorox. She was wiping down the table this morning and it came back. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Leah?
Yes.
Do you think R. Kelly should be released? He's in solitary confinement. Do you think he should be released from jail?
Do I think R. Kelly should be released from prison?
Don't get scared now. Expect the unexpected.
Okay. I just feel like, and I don't know, because I don't know them women's stories. I'm not going to sit up here and lie and say that I watched that whole, what's that Lifetime special? I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched some of it. I didn't watch the whole thing. Right. But from what I gathered from the little bit that I did watch was that it was one common thing is that everybody kind of willingly went into that situation. Like everybody on earth knew who R. Kelly was and knew what lifestyle he was living. And, if you were a female that's like in the adult industry and you're doing, your
personal pleasure.
You're a part of that industry. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing when you're,
even when the parents send their daughters.
If it was unwillingly, then that's something different.
Absolutely.
If some parents really sent a child into a situation like that, then that's a whole entire different situation. And like I said, I don't really know all the ladies' stories because I didn't watch the whole thing, so I don't really know. That's why I can't really speak on it. But I just know that some of them women definitely went in to be, I don't want to come off the wrong way, but they knew what they was doing, period, point blank. You was getting money, you was getting paid, you was living in there, you was getting whatever benefits you were getting, and then when the benefits stopped or when you weren't getting what you wanted or whatever the situation is, now you talking about you was forced to do something. I mean, I don't know. I just don't know about that. So I don't know. I don't really know, to be honest. I don't know their story. I don't really know all the facts. So I can have my opinion and I could say what I say, but I don't really know. I don't know all the facts. So, maybe some of them women if they were forced, then no, he should be in prison. You know what I'm saying? But if women willingly went into a situation to do things for personal benefits, and things didn't go their way and now they're just, pissed off, then that's not cool. That's another story.
And it's okay to just kind of be on both sides of the fence. Same thing with Bill Cosby, and Bootsy is now leading a petition to get Bill Cosby released.
Oh.
And I think that's huge because one thing that I've learned about success, I don't care how big you are, the biggest name, the biggest money. Bill Cosby could have paid for somebody in his legal system that was a part of his legal. He could have paid to have them hurt. This man is wealthy, not rich. He's wealthy, right? Everybody that was a part of his legal process knew who Bill Cosby was. The prosecutors, the lawyers, the bailiff. Everybody knew who Bill Cosby was, and that man was still sent to jail with all the money that he had. So it really same thing with Chadwick Boseman, our great Black Panther, had wealth and still couldn't control his health.
Yeah.
So when we talk about health and we talk about wealth, we think that could get us out of a situation. Does it help? Absolutely, right. Leah. R. Kelly, he has a lot of resources. He might not have the financial resources, but R. Kelly done made some relationships with people that will support his effort.
Right.
And money still won't free you. It still won't let you go. Bill Cosby, biggest name and iconic name, and that system is big. And it still put a man of age behind. So big shout out. I don't believe in people being caged unless they have to, but it's just one of those things that it's okay not to have an opinion, Leah.
Yeah.
Because we don't know, and we don't know the full story.
Yeah. And if women were really traumatized during that situation and really were forced and really were kidnapped and you know, it was an unwilling situation, then yes, that's tragic, and yes, he should stay in prison. Period. But I don't know the story, and I don't know all the facts, and some of that stuff seems a little sketchy. That's all I'm saying.
And we know how Leah is when it comes to relationships and things of that nature, just like we saw in the news and in the media. Rihanna, she can't let go of her boo. So Leah trying to eat, y'all. So this like one of them mornings. She got a donut in her mouth. She drinking her tea, and coffee. I'm asking her coffee, and I'm still asking her questions. So I want to hear how this.
Still gonna answer.
Oh, that girl good. She got the bottom of her lip, y'all, filled with glazed donut right now, and I don't want to use that mic when she does.
Shut up.
But
he always trying to put somebody on blast, y'all.
But she already told me I had toothpaste on the side of my mouth. I'm going to say toothpaste. But Rihanna saying she missed Chris Brown. Heat. That's that heat right there.
I think I would miss Chris Brown too.
Nope. What'd you say?
Miss Chris Brown too.
Just keeping it all the way.
Sea breezy.
Now, wait a minute. Now, we hearing that, but what about those that experience that? So, do she got a right?
Does she have a right to what? She has
Feel
a
the way.
right. She has a right to miss that man. I mean, they had a history.
Even though what he did?
Yes, things happened and he did what he did, but that doesn't make him a horrible person, and that doesn't mean, like, people make mistakes. I think if he had a history, like, how long ago did that happen? What, like,
I don't know. It's been
right?
a minute.
So about 10 years, right? So if over the last 10 years we've seen 3-4 stories come out about him with different women doing this sort of thing, then I'd be like, oh hell no, she tripping. You know what I'm saying? But this was one isolated situation that we all heard about. Nobody really knows the real true facts of every single thing. And I'm okay. It's never okay. It's never okay to hit a woman. It's never okay. It was not okay that she was beat up on for any reason. But nobody really knew nobody really knew the true facts of what went on in that situation except for those two. And so, I like if she's missing him, that's she loves him. She's probably still in love and she wants to give it another chance. What's wrong with that?
Period, Pooh. If she want to go back to it. And, that's why I'm glad on today's show, because we'll be able to sum it up. Because we'll be able to speak to that. And actually why love is important with our guest today, we'll be able to speak to
Yes.
all different topics. So we asking y'all, don't go nowhere. Keep it locked. It's the all-new Rise and Grind morning show right here on the 419 Grind podcast with the beautiful Leah, Renee,
Hey.
and your
Stay
boy
tuned.
Big Trice. Hear me?
If you're tired of church as usual and you're looking for something invigorating, exciting with passion, then the Greater New Psalmist Baptist Church, 3251 Glendale, is the place for you. We are a people that's determined to occupy all streets while cultivating cultural change. The only thing's missing is you. Meet us at 3251 Glendale Avenue as we continue to be relevant and occupy all streets while cultivating cultural change.
To hate. Enough money we can chase. Let's uplift the race. Let's get to a place. We can sit and talk face to face. Like me, there's a lot that we relate. You don't have to take the bait. Be a man. Anybody put a gun in hand. Anybody can throw their hands. Anybody can choke or slam. Anybody can chase a bag. Let's plan and get them bands. Let's plan to go get them meals. Get back and pay them bills. Tell me why you shoot. Tell me why you hate. Tell me why you can't get on your grind and choose your fate. Let go of anger. Let go of pain. I know the whys. I felt the same. Been there. Cops killing, ops killing. No difference. Jail cells, graveyards, same sentence. I hopped off that porch with no regrets. To take control of life, I had to walk back up them steps.
All the hatred in the world, it really hurts my soul. Another body in the street, another life gone cold. Another mother in agony watching life unfold. But there is no console.
Tell me why. Tell me
why we gotta hate each other.
Tell me why. Tell me why.
Why we can't just love each other.
Why? Tell me why.
Why we gotta shoot each other.
Tell me why. Tell me why.
Why we can't just love each other.
Rest in peace, Mar. Love you, bro. Rest in peace, Romy. Love you, bro. Rest in heaven, Wax. Love you, Wax. R.I.P. to all the homies. Can't forget Spider. As a kid, I was inspired. He put rims on his tires, so tall that you can climb them. Hug your people, love your people. It's time to change. You've been keeping score, let's keep our people. Play a different game. Let go of evil, let's be peaceful. We've seen the movie change the sequel. I was on those front lines. Went to war with the other side. 09, I was active. I'm not talking online. I fought for respect, and I fought for what's mine. I fought for the game, and I fought for my side. I fight today to break the cycle. That type of life is suicidal. That life ain't it. I hopped off that porch with no regrets. To take control of life, I had to walk back up them steps.
All the hatred in the world, it really hurts my soul. Another body in the street, another life gone cold. Another mother in agony watching life unfold. But there is no console.
Tell me why. Tell me.
Why we gotta hate each other.
Tell me why.
Tell me why we can't just love each other.
Tell me why. Tell me.
Why we gotta shoot each other.
Too many people dying for no reason. We gotta stop it, we gotta break the cycle.
Why we can't just love each other.
Tell me why.
Tell me why. Tell me why.
We gotta stop taking score. We gotta start protecting our people, uplift our people. The biggest lie we was told is that you gotta die for your respect. There is no word in the dictionary I'm willing to die for, and you shouldn't be neither.
I can't. Oh, there we go.
All I see is money, all I need is money. Them ones, the fives, them tens, them 20s. Them 50s and hundreds, I want it. Can't shit get me from it. All I see is money. Hundreds, all I want is money. All I need is the money, I want it. If they ain't speaking money, they ain't speaking of me. If they ain't speaking money, they ain't speaking of me. If they ain't speaking money, they ain't speaking of me. The money, all I want is money. All I need is the money, I want it. All I know is get dough. All I know is get paid. We working 25/8 every day. We ain't heard of sick days. They know how I do it. There's nothing they did that can fuck with the shit that I've been made. Chopper blow, leaving with the just took a straight shot at gin face. I'm the man. Been popping for summers. I'll body anybody on it who with it. I don't give a fuck about the name of the time. Anybody die for them digits. I told them sorry for the wait. I've been grinding, but ain't put a stop to the spitting. And they said if this is the life that you choose, then there's certain shit that gotta come with this. I'm from the slums, and everywhere I been, bitch, I'm a product of this shit. We straight from the bottom, so all I know is the squad. We bout to go get it. We gotta go get it. Ain't an option. Keep pissing them off. Haters watching. We shitting on y'all. Pain popping. You better be cool when the flame by them. I smoke so many blunts in a day. I should be in the Guinness. No, we not high. Bitch, you be shifting. Rolling Popeye, eating the spinach. You with the block watch. You be snitching. Give it stop. Pop. Watch him stiffen. They call him September 11th. He already on his way to heaven. Swore. All I see is money, all I need is money. Them ones, the fives, them tens, them 20s. Them 50s and hundreds, I want it. Can't shit get me from it. All I see is money. Hundreds, all I want is money. All I need is the money, I want it. If they ain't speaking money, they ain't speaking of me. If they ain't speaking money, they ain't speaking of me. If they ain't speaking money, they ain't speaking of me. The money, all I want is money. All I need is the money, I want it.
Mics.
Yes, welcome back to the all new morning show, Rise and Grind morning show. It's your girl, Miss Leah, Renee, and my boy, Big Trice.
Hear me, helping educate, restore, empower my environment.
Yes, and shout out to our two guests that just joined us. Thank you, guys. We have Chris and Sherese McBrayer.
Make some noise in the studio. Yes. Look at Kaylee and Jason like what? Make some noise.
Yes. Thank you guys for joining us.
So what's up? We got Chris. Hey, y'all. Hey, we got Chris and Sherese McBrayer here, y'all. It's about to get crazy this morning. But Sherese trying to act all social distancing in here like she ain't trying to meet 19, 20, and none of them come Corona, Rona, none of them. She like, hey, good morning. Let's get buckets right now, Sherese. Euless McBrayer. Good morning, y'all. How y'all doing?
Great. I'm doing well.
We need y'all to get close to the mic.
I'm doing well.
This is the Rise and Grind morning. Ain't nothing in here. Pump faking. She looking at her time. We got to talk fast. So please introduce yourself. You are. Gotta go fast.
We don't gotta go fast. We good.
I know. Speak a little louder so we can hear you because this is recorded live, iHeartRadio, Facebook Live, on all of your major platforms right here in the 419 Grind Studios.
Chris McBrayer. And I have my lovely wife,
Sherese McBrayer.
And
we are.
We are together.
Married.
Hey.
Kids. But all seriousness, I am thankful that my kids are here as well.
Yeah, shout out to the babies in the building. Yes, this is a family affair.
Kaylee. But yeah, it's always a family affair no matter what we do. So that's one of our biggest things is keeping the family.
And I have to say, for those that don't know, Chris, Sherese, y'all going to have to tell a little bit about them. Yes, it's a comfortable setting because it's us. Tell us a little bit about what you do and who you are.
Trice.
Okay, come on. That's the one. Wake up.
Right,
Rise. Give us a little bit about that.
You know I don't do that. Like what do you
He's on the mask. Come on, man. Come on.
Listen.
Where you work at?
Where I work at.
Where R. Kelly at right now? Come on, this the real life. We can say the shit we want to say, but the kids are here, so I can't say all that.
I'm a chaplain at the prison.
What does a chaplain do?
Provide spiritual guidance for all the inmates, all the residents there, even those who work there as well. So just that all spiritual guidance, and that's sometimes tough because
I was about to say that
because you got so many different religions, that I have to provide spiritual guidance to. So that's not always the easiest part of my job, but it's definitely rewarding, and definitely gave me an appreciation for all other religions outside of my own faith.
And a lot of people probably think that, Chris, that you just have to do, like you said, the inmates. It's probably staff that really needs some support in there too, especially during this time.
Well, as a matter of fact, right now, I'm actually providing more spiritual help to workers and staff than I am even inmates at work.
Wow.
I'm told on a regular, as soon as I walk in, I'm actually like greeted with someone who's actually just pouring out. So that's always tough, and it's a process that you got to constantly go through. It ain't something that you be like, oh yeah, I'll get with you back, or I'll come back, let me go to the bathroom. Like when you're in that moment, you got to kind of stay there in that moment and actually make them feel like they're being helped.
Wow. What else you do outside of working at our prison? Thank you so much for your service with that.
The head football coach at Scott High School.
So once a bulldog, always a bulldog, huh? What the? That boy sound like that boy sound like he really. But that's what's up, man. And so, Sherese, being a full-time mom, and tell us a little bit about Sherese.
Wait, hold on, bro. You ain't mentioned me as a full-time dad, bro. Like, I'm a full-time dad,
Expect the unexpected. This thing that just got
full-time mom.
He like, give me some of that.
Dad as well.
And they both behind him. Go ahead, Riri, because he was about ready to hit. Get your glove in. Get your glove.
Right now, I'm enjoying being a fake housewife.
Real Housewives of Toledo. What's up?
No, fake, because most housewives are kind of rich sometimes when you think about it. So I haven't actually gone into work since March 13th. So
what kind of work?
I'm a substitute teacher for TPS, and then I coach basketball for Owens.
Oh, y'all heard that? If you're looking to be a basketball player, the coach is
well,
here.
Actually, yes. Any of our unsigned Toledo girls interested in still playing, contact me.
Promote yourself.
Wait a minute, boo. Hold on, because I got a niece, nephew. Okay, you said girls.
Well, yeah,
so how can they contact you about that though?
Facebook. My name is Sherese McBrayer on there. Twitter. Y'all can have my phone number. Nobody's gonna call me really, so I'll do it on air. 419-270-7625 if you're really interested.
Chris, she just gave her phone number out to her, like the beautiful.
Man, listen, it ain't no issues over
He was
here.
looking like, I know what it is.
No concerns.
She could talk to all the dads she want to, because I ain't worried about none of that.
Hey, all you doing is bringing your daughter, and she gonna be going up after work.
Well, again, thank y'all so much for stopping in. Leah, so when you see they brought their family in, this isn't just a interview. This is a real conversation as we get into some of the things that they do. What does that say to the listeners? What does that say to the viewers that may not be in the studio with us as we experience this?
Well, I love, for one, seeing Black love and family units. We don't have enough of them in our community. Too many single parents, whether it be single mom or single dad. And we don't see enough of the family unit. So I love the fact that they came in as a family and brought their children with them. We are all family here at the Rise and Grind Morning Show. And, there might be some days I'm bringing my kids up in here. So, there might be some days when I'm sitting up here holding my little baby in my arm, talking on the mic like it ain't nothing,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We know how it is. I know how it is to be a mom and, be a parent. And, sometimes you got to lug the kids with you. So.
And that is so huge. And I'm grateful that they get a chance to witness and experience Sherese and Chris. This right here, it ain't even really about us, for real. We gonna talk about the works and stuff like that. But y'all kids watching this, they hearing what's going on. They see Big Trice turned up all the time. I remember I did something stupid in front of the safety building. In case it was like, Daddy, is he hungry? Over the line. Can I go get him something to eat? I'm out there protesting in my own little way. And Casey was trying to worry about his boy, and I thank him. He told me last week, as we get into why we're here, he was like, Come here, I gotta let you know, Trice. I talked to my team, and my mom, that we're going to work on getting in the van because we're trying to play flag football. I'm going to follow back up with you, though, because I really don't know, and things is kind of crazy right now with the COVID. I'm like, wait a minute. So I just want to say great job on Kaylee and Casey. Big shout out to the parents. Let's make a little noise for parents in here.
Shout out to
Our
all the
parents
out there.
And I just want to say, live, I know even if they get a chance to hear this down the road, that I appreciate them for letting us be shared to the community. They're sharing them. I mean, I don't never tell them that, but, just to think about how much I do for the community, how much she do for the community, and they're sharing their parents with the world. So I appreciate them. They may not understand it now, but I definitely appreciate that.
So say daddy love you so they can hear you. Say daddy love you.
Daddy loves y'all.
Say mommy love you.
Mommy loves y'all.
Uncle Trice love you too. Uncle love you too.
And Leah loves you too.
And y'all got Mama Leah. Y'all, we just be adopted folks. That's Unc. That's my godmama. You know what I'm saying?
They was like, when I said shout out to the babies, they was like, what babies? We ain't no babies. I said,
oh yeah, they done been here before. Like, see, they saying it now. Like,
not no babies.
And they
Shout
live
out
in
to
the
the
studio
big kids
virtually.
recording.
They're doing virtual social learning right now. But let's get into what the reason. Again, I thank y'all for making yourself available. Community, Chris, my brother in the trenches. We get it all the time. Community, 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 community. Leah, Sherese, and before we even start that, Leah, what does community work mean to you? What does that sound like? What does community work look like for you?
Community work to me is just all about giving back. It's, you have to do things and not, sometimes we have to do things and expect nothing in return. I mean, we can't always go after something for our own benefit. You can't just go out in life and say, I want to be successful and get a good job just so you can be up on top and take care of your family. We have to take care of our community. There are less fortunate people in every community, and if us more fortunate people don't take care of them, then what does that say about us? So community work to me is giving back. It's just as simple as that.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
Because you said something that really struck something that me and my wife have been talking about. And maybe y'all can, but Trice, both of y'all, what does really being in the community mean? Like what does that really mean? Does it mean that if you give your money that you're in the community? Like what does that mean? Because I have a different definition in the way that I'll trail or tread this thing. So I'm looking for clarity just for understanding.
I guess in the community for me, when I say giving back, it's just giving back in whatever way you can. Okay. Yeah, I mean, some people don't have the time. So if they can financially give, that helps. That helps the community. Absolutely. If you don't have it financially, but you do have the time, like some people do, then they go and actually are in the community, helping at, say maybe a food giveaway or, a back to school supply giveaway or, on Thanksgiving, a turkey giveaway, right. Things like that. That's being in the community. Absolutely. That's showing up in your community when there's a function for kids at the City Park, Savage Park, basketball league. That's being in the community. You know what I mean? When you guys have stayed there. How many years you guys been doing
Nearly
that?
20 now.
Okay, so like they could have went
for sure.
and chosen a different location and said, okay, now we're gonna go here because we want it to be. No, you kept it in the community because it's for the community. To me, that's being in the community.
Scary as hell sometimes. Sherese, what is it? What is community? People always want to throw that word out. Community. Get out and give back. Do community. What does that look like for you? What is that?
I think the most important thing is the unity aspect.
The unity in community.
Just being together, trying to make a difference. And I think the thing that we run into most of the time is that too many people try to do it on their own when we actually need each other.
Yeah.
And I think if we can move without getting a pat on our back, then it makes all the difference. Yes. So just being together and trying to move together to get one goal done for me is the meaning of community for me.
Yes, I love it.
And that's so huge. So Chris, your husband, is an avid in trying to find ways to change the game. What do you see? And even if you haven't never said to your husband, because we got an all-in-one today, why are you proud of your husband doing what he doing, staying passionate, sharing? your time, your kids' time to give back to make sure that me and mine's is good, Leah's and hers is good. What does that say to you? But you also want him to know that, because this is always going to be recorded for history. It's going to be a document they can always remember it. So we're going to remember the love story. I love to him.
Well, I actually told him this maybe.
Oh, they looking at each other eyes, y'all. Get y'all to play. Y'all see it. Look at Chris. He like they walking down.
It's important to receive.
Maybe
that you get this right now.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Probably 2 summits ago, I told him I was proud of him because he tried to do.
Where was y'all at when you told him? Though?
In the car going home.
Okay, in the car.
Leaving the summit. I told him I was proud of him because he actually tried to do this like 9 years ago. But he tried to do it inside the school, and obviously there's more restrictions. But through all the hardships, all the failures, he still continued to take notes over the years, still tried to navigate where he was going wrong. And then finally, this year, he's able to launch his summit, and it's been going exactly how he imagined it, without having to worry about who's going to stop it or the no's and all those things. So that was the biggest thing. I think watching him, he never allows the opinions of others or the down talk of what's not happening or the numbers of who's not coming to discourage him, and he just moves like nothing ever happened. So I think that's, for me, the proudest thing to see him do.
And I know he received that, and I'm gonna kind of sway this in, Leah and Chris. How does that apply to the marriage? How does that apply to them? What you see him doing, staying persistent, tenaciously persistent in the studios. That's tenaciously persistent, sitting in the back right there. That's Miss Lexi. How do you see that apply to the family, to his personal family, and now that y'all are a family, how does him being persistent apply to the marriage and the family?
Well, he tries to give his time everywhere, even with stuff outside the home. Like, he does his best to be there for his sisters, his brother. His
Mom, we gave you a plug, Mom. Mommy Valley Hawks, what's happening?
His granny and his mom especially. So it's not just stuff that people see. Like, the things that you see, he actually does all the time. Like, it's consistent.
So does him.
It's not like a off switch or on switch. It's literally consistent from the time he wakes up. He actually has an issue of, like, if he's home and he's not moving, he feel like he has to sleep, or his body tells him he's tired because he's not moving, or he feels like he's not doing something to better the community. So it's not like when I step outside, the lights are on, this is what I'm doing. It's literally all day, every day.
And thank you for allowing him to do that. Chris, man, I have to say, just being in a relationship, and we was on it yesterday talking about the relationship things, Working Out Wednesday. Y'all can check it out on YouTube, because we was just speaking to that. What does it say when you know your wife is okay with you being in that space on the go, and she still might want her time? What kind of peace does that give you, knowing that not all the time, because I know Riri, she can, but you know she got a schedule too, but she ain't gonna give you that headache about what you trying to do?
That's the peace. That's the peace. That's the peace.
Say that again.
That's the peace.
Boom.
That's the PIECE, and that's the PEACE as well.
Whoa, wait a minute. Hold on. I went to pick it.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. How many pieces did you? How many pieces of time?
Yeah.
Wait.
It's the piece of the marriage that actually makes it work.
PIECE.
But it's the peace in the marriage that also
this boy
makes
good,
it work.
y'all.
and like.
Thank you.
So when you. So when you understand that peace is operating in your marriage, even when my hangups, even when I spend too much time in the community, or when I spend too much time, or I'm not giving the family time, we can always reel ourselves back just by a simple conversation because of the peace. Because she understands the peace of my life that it's in the community, and I also understand the peace that I need to have in my marriage. So for me, that's the biggest thing, and that's what keeps us going.
Okay, and I love that. I think that's really dope, because we as women, we require a lot of attention. We love attention, from our mate. And so I think that's a wonderful thing that you're understanding in all of those great loving things. But I mean, what about those challenges? Like, are there challenging moments for you as the wife, knowing, like, with him being gone all the time, or then when he does come home, it's like, now I'm sleepy, I'm going straight to sleep. Is that challenging for you? Do you feel at times neglected?
I I won't say neglected, but it is a challenge sometimes.
Yeah.
But I've learned to navigate it, I
Yes.
guess. I've learned to communicate it. It's very seldom now that it like really bothers me. I guess early on, we've been married 9 years. If people don't know.
Oh, congratulations!
And that,
Make sure
ladies, is
black
why she has that
love
beautiful shining diamond on her ring. That is why
to the
she's
men
a
in the
wife,
to the men in the
ladies.
studio, to the men in the studio, to the men in the studio. All right.
So
Fine
obviously
and
earlier in our years it was a little tougher, and my message wasn't as positive as it is now. But
Right.
Wow.
I'm more understanding, and I learned to be a part of it.
Yes.
A lot of times we just have to step into what our mate or our husband or wives are doing.
Yeah.
If we want time, and I know he's into that, how about I step into it and kind of
Yes,
see how he's
yes,
doing, which is
absolutely.
how we started to do the Me and the We Summit together. Because
I love
I don't
that.
expect you to stop everything you're doing to give me what I need,
Right.
so I can meet you halfway.
I love
so
that.
if I'm gonna do what you're doing, then I'll
Preach,
expect
girl.
for you to make.
I'm taking
Boy, that
notes
boy.
over here. I'm over here taking
Boy, I thought
notes.
Jesus just came through the microphone.
I'm over here taking
Yokohama
notes, 'cause
Mitsubishi, boy, Chris.
I'm just trying to get a ring like that one day. So I'm listening, girl. I'm listening.
So I mean, it was a.
Your man got work for the prison, like him.
I mean, so it was definitely a growth thing. It wasn't something that we
Yes.
kind of just walked into and
Absolutely.
made it work. It's years of trying different things or failing at different things or arguing
Ooh.
about different things. So
and not just giving up and being like, F this.
yeah. So sometimes I go and I don't say a thing. I'm just there, because it's kind of like it's also me showing support, for
Yes.
what he's
This
doing.
girl
but
talk, Kristen.
it's actually me saying, you know what? I know today I probably won't get to see him tonight, and we do our regular thing. So
What y'all be doing? Y'all be doing it. Y'all be, you be
Oh
doing
my
it.
God,
You be doing it.
I mean, we
Y'all
got
be
two
humping. You be.
kids. I mean, I
They
don't
do
know.
got two babies.
Riri, and I saw you, y'all be doing it. Huh? Y'all be
Oh
doing.
my
Okay,
God.
my
I
bad.
mean, I guess that's what humans
Look
do.
at me. You know what I did.
You know what?
You know what?
What you talking about with?
But yeah, it's a compromise. It's just figuring out how to make it work.
Absolutely.
And
I
I'm
love
glad
that.
you shared that. But you also opened up the conversation. You said, "Let me find." Since this is what I love him and I enjoy what he does, let me find a way to see if I can be a part of it.
Right.
And we communicate that. So you said y'all have the Me and the We Summit. Can we
Yes.
please explain what that
Please
is
Tell us about that.
and how y'all were able to connect that, Sherese? And you spoke on it, so I'll let you kind of lead the Me and We Summit. And what is it?
I'm gonna let him explain it because it's his vision, but I actually was thrown into it, to be honest.
Okay.
It wasn't a
Get over here. You go.
it wasn't a thing like I'm gonna do the men and you're gonna do the we. He's actually in the process of doing it, and then once we start, he's like, so on this date, you're gonna lead the women. I'm like, I said no. I'm like, no.
I believe
Because
you.
almost like this conversation, you like, I see you Thursday. I'm like, for what? Like, you never talked
Man,
to
I'm
me.
talking about. She like, don't have me like, we ain't about to come with. And she already social
Well,
distanced and all
I didn't
that.
say we. I was just like, you included me, but you didn't talk to me. So that was kind of the thing, like you're saying I'm gonna lead the women, but you never told me that. But I didn't have a problem with it. But I would just have liked to know, like, okay, when I'm gonna start and what I'm gonna be
Help
doing.
me out, Chris.
so-
Chris, help me out.
So
Chris,
so
Chris,
she
hit
just-
me,
she
man,
just
because
got
I did.
choked you.
Help me out, Chris, because she just hit me, and you just didn't tell her who I included. So help.
So what's important? What's
No,
important?
no, clear me up first for what's important.
So you
when
told him I was coming, but you
when
never
I
told
asked
me.
you on
Oh,
Thursday,
listen, yeah. Look, I'm telling you.
man, hold
I
up,
told you,
bruh.
I'm
They was
telling you, it was my bad. It's always gonna be my bad, right?
okay, because I said
If
you
you
asked,
ever communicate with me and you want me to meet, right? Just go through my wife. all right?
but didn't I ask for you and her?
He definitely did.
Whew.
all right? And-
Hey, that's all. Hold up, man. Wait.
And I said
Yeah,
Thursday.
because you about to get beat up over there.
Hold on. Let me get the drop going right quick.
but in all seriousness, he definitely did. He definitely did. And I was really
I caught asked him in the moment.
I was like, yeah, we were literally at the meet summit. I'm doing my thing. And I'd be like, man, why people be trying to schedule stuff and have conversations?
I just heard he said he was off on Thursday, and I tried to
I
get
was
him.
like, I'm off on Thursdays, I guess.
Booked.
Yeah. So I didn't, but nonetheless, man, I'm honored to be here. Let me just say
Thank
that though, and let me just say this too. This is lit, y'all. This is lit. This is the space.
What's
that
lit?
you wanna
What's
be in.
lit?
This whole moment right now. This whole podcast
Studio.
The studio is
Shout
lit.
out to 419 Grind.
The whole feel right now is everything that you would want it to be.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Thank you.
So for real, the only thing that I can gauge you to is literally the Breakfast Club. So like with that being said, I'm getting Breakfast Club vibes.
Love it.
With that being said, it's only up for y'all.
Yes,
Oh, man.
Thank you
That's
so
dope.
much.
Y'all heard what the pastor said.
You heard what the pastor said.
He spoke a word over the studio.
A word.
So the summit, the Me and We Summit now, but what's the summit? Everybody, what's the summit? Because Leah was like, what's the summit? I heard about it, I saw about it. Let's sum it up.
So literally, I was 22 years old when I came up with the idea that I wanted to help boys become men.
Ooh.
I love it.
And it was guys in my church who actually helped me become a man by literally just grabbing me and just taking me and doing hands-on things.
Yes.
So I used to ask him like, what did you, or why did you do that? And they said, well, as long as I had you, and they'll pick me up off the corner.
Right.
Off the corner of Highland and Detroit, right in the middle of X Block. They'll literally come swoop me up and literally come and say, hey, let's go.
Right.
And I always asked them, why did they do that? And they literally said, well, as long as you were with me for 3 hours, then I knew in those 3 hours you wasn't in harm's way.
Right.
So for me, I had to adopt that motto because I knew what it did for me. I know how it changed my life. So therefore,
Those 3 hours.
those 3 hours. So I know therefore, I had to give it back, and I'm always talking about regurgitating blessings,
Yes.
because I think that
Throwing it up?
you got to throw it back
Right,
up,
okay.
because most of the time people just take, and then they get full, and then they forget where they came, where the blessings come from.
Oh, where they came from. You could say this is
Yeah.
this is a
So
real
it's
podcast.
really important for me to be regurgitated back out and give it back to the next person, because it's another 12-year-old, it's another
Yes,
13-year-old. As a matter of
absolutely.
fact, you just seen what happened last night. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I had to do that. So it started with Boys to Men, and then it ventured off, and we tried to do it with some other, try to do it with TPS, and TPS put a lot of restrictions on us, and then I was devastated. We went to Mott Branch. It started growing too big for Mott Branch. Mott Branch put us out, all the kids is coming back here, so therefore they put us out. Basically told us the permits were no longer going to be doing on Saturday mornings. But
That's why you didn't want that Mott Branch flyer at the. Okay, go ahead. No, because this right here, and they probably didn't, but we not hold no punches because we passed that now.
Yeah.
Like Sherese said that you mentioned earlier.
I don't ask for permission.
Yeah, we ain't
no
about to
more.
keep doing that.
I don't ask for permission, bro. For me, it's just like you're gonna have to come to me and you got to look them kids in their eyes and tell them that you don't want this happening for them.
Chris McBrayer is speaking now. Our listeners and watchers are in right now, and they asking who's speaking right now. Dr. Hall with Greater New Psalmist. That's Chris McBrayer.
shout out to Dr. Hall.
That's just diving into that. So it's uncut, man. We gonna say what we say. If they can't handle it, they deal with it.
Yeah, absolutely. So for me, the summit had to be something that had to happen right now at this time, because over the years I've done the 2 Mile March and Rally with Paul Parker, my brother, and Justin Coffey. Shout out to them. And then it just kind of grew and grew and grew. And I was like, all right, marching. People always talk about, well, marching ain't enough, and I'm like, I always laid out a plan at the march. Well, most people didn't never receive. They just came to the march.
Right.
And I'm like, that's the only. They like, well, marching is all marched out. I'm like, well, cool, yeah, it is. I don't want to march. That ain't my ultimate goal. But when else would I ever get an opportunity to bring all these people together
Right.
and inform them about how we gonna do stuff?
Right.
So that's my mission on marching. So I'm gonna give you the information once you come to march. So now it got to. After 10 years of marching, I'm like, all right, boom, got to do something. So people always say, man, you got to do something. And God said, go. Literally, the summit this year, how it's going down.
Started
in 1 week.
Back in June.
It started literally 2.5 months ago.
2.5 months ago.
Literally. And literally, it was the shootings and stuff like that.
Yep.
It just got warm, and next you know, the shootings started happening. And God said, go. And all I did is made a Facebook status. It was like, all right, I already had it in my phone, in my notes. I called Trice, like, hey, Trice, I want you there. Only my wife would tell you. And this is my right-hand guy. Trice is the only person I knew I wanted to be specifically a part of the vision. Because God told me, don't ask nobody, don't do nothing, don't move. Hey, listen, just go.
Why you doing this, Sherese, right now?
No, they're serious. That's it.
Sherese, why you
because
doing this
I wanted his voice, this loud, irritating, hear me voice over the mic on the corner of Bancroft and Franklin, right in the middle of the hood. I knew somebody was gonna hear him, and
hear me.
You know, so I knew that that's what was needed to happen. So with that, it literally started 1 week, but for me, I think it was more like, now that I look at it 10 weeks in, it was a pruning stage. It was a pruning stage, and I'm just forever grateful to have the Me Summit and now the We Summit that I done threw my wife into.
I love it.
And when we come back, don't go nowhere. That's right. It's the all-new Rise and Grind morning show with the beautiful Leah, Renee, Big Trice, and we got the McBrayers in. You don't want to miss the second half. Expect the unexpected.
If you're tired of church as usual and you're looking for something invigorating, exciting with passion, then the Greater New Psalmist Baptist Church, 3251 Glendale, is the place for you. We are a people that's determined to occupy all streets while cultivating cultural change. The only thing's missing is you. Meet us at 3251 Glendale Avenue as we continue to be relevant and occupy all streets while cultivating cultural change.
Nigga, the swag contagious. Bitch from the kicks to the fragrance. Me and my nigga the hottest. Your boyfriend get mad when you play us. Nigga that drip so amazing. Produce track just blazing. Came up from basement. Now bitches take faces. Now said let's do a track and I made it. Now I'm in the booth cooking up greatness. Shout out to all of my haters. Finally you looking yellow purple like the Lakers. The girl picks you like I done had naked. Now I'm later aviator swinging. Fuck as you thinking. Bitch I got flavor. My story, his story in the making. Then we cooking up, popping like bacon. Bitch move that ass, thought it was Matrix. Stretch pants, man, I thought it was naked. Gotta close my eyes, I cannot take it. Told her chase bread, baby come break it. Or a fake dead, no time be wasting. Taking straight shots, get what I'm saying? Life too short, I am not playing. I might fuck a net like I'm jacking off. That pussy get killed, yeah, I whacked it off. I've been so naughty because of this virus. A nigga get shot if a nigga cough. I fuck my plug bitch and I rip them off. Big boss like Ricky Ross, you gotta get yours. I gotta get mine, I be going so hard in my leather soft. Too many niggas be lying and faking and saying they made it with no doubt. I'm savvy with business and trying to make millions, so fuck views, I'm selling out shows. Man, fuck pussy, hey, I'm slutting out hoes. Big sales, shit, everything goes. Mouth closed, baby, nobody knows. Get money, shit, as long as it shows. As long as it shows? As long as it shows. I tell them they can't fuck with the flow. Brian James, baby, give it a go. Steph Curry, I knock off his nose. Hold on, I knock out his goals. Wrist tone, about 80 below. Watch me get dope. Watch how I shine like a star, and watch your bitch come out of clothes. Yeah.
Fucking a leak. Fucking a leak. The Draco. Cool. Cool. I fucked in a leak. She said, why you treat me cool? I said, how you supposed to treat hoes? Huh? Cool. 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 Yeah. Cool. Alright.
All of my diamonds, they froze. Stand too close, you feel the snow drip. We stand out all night in the cold. We did. Ice all over me, it glowed. All of my diamonds, they froze. Stand too close, you feel the snow. We stand out all night in the cold.
It's in you. I saw me, I be shining. Pop the living burgers, I be wildin'. I'm so cold. I'm so cold.
Rolly skating like it's Nancy. Fell in love with my fancy. Treat her like a Jeep, only if she cheap. Baby girl, you can't command me. Ice trader wrist, diamonds got her pissed, and I hit her with a plan B. Chain looking drippy, black ice, slippy, red coupe, trippy, in and out of Fendi, and I got the juice. You could call me simply. Hit her with the Ren and Stimpy. idiot. You can't see the Bentley. Game colder than the igloo. Double C's on her swimsuit. Only if she bring the men's through. Come here, come here.
I fucked in a league. She said, why you treat me cold? I said, how you supposed to treat hoes? Huh? Cool. Alright.
All of my diamonds, they froze. Ice. Stand too close, you feel the snow drip. We stand out all night in the cold. We did. Ice all over me, it glowed. All of my diamonds, they froze. Stand too close, you feel the snow. We stand out all night in the cold.
Ice on me, I be shining. Pop the 11 work, I said, I be wildin'. I'm so cold. I'm so cold.
Disclaimer, if I make the shit I say may get irate. I got bad bitches like Mike Spade. She paid me 10K, my life changed. Show her the ropes to the whole game. She said daddy is no thing. Came to be a model, I got her in Tijuana, fucking all night off cocaine. My bitch trained like a golden glove. Get her attitude, we put on the gloves. She watch her mouth, no shoulder shrugs. Keep her close cause she know the plug. That hoe would've been a crack hoe. Without me and I guarantee I'm a hustler. Find out that you buying one, I'm selling dreams.
I fucked in a league. She said, why you treat me cold? I said, how you supposed to treat hoes? Huh?
All of my diamonds, they froze. Ice. Stand too close, you feel the snow drip. We stand out all night in the cold. We did. Ice all over me, it glowed. All of my diamonds, they froze. Stand too close, you feel the snow. We stand out all night in the cold.
Ice on me, I be shining. Pop the 11 work, I said, I be wildin'. I'm so cold. I'm so cold.
Yes, welcome back to the all new Rise and Grind morning show. It's your girl Miss Leah Renee, and I got my boy Big Trice with me in the building.
Hear me?
Yes, that was Cold by my boy Dre P. I love that song. And so to all you local artists out there, if you want to get your music on play during the Rise and Grind morning show, make sure you submit your music to info@the419grind.com, and we will definitely get your music on. So if you want to hear your music over our show, make sure you get it turned in. So while we're shouting out people, I want to just go to our live and see what viewers and listeners we have. Shout out to Shantae James. Shout out to Dominique Jones. Shout out to Edward Moore. Shout out to my girl Miss Yana. Shout out to my girl Katie. Shout out to Lance Self on the line. Shout out
What's
to...
up, self-explanatory?
Yes.
If you need a car, holla at Lance Self.
Yes, definitely. My girl Shantae on the live.
In Cincinnati.
Boo.
What's up, Tay?
No, she's in AZ.
Oh, we got two Shantaes there.
And then I got my girl Sherese. Hey, girl. I got her on the live. Javon. Shout out to my mama. My mama's on the live.
Oh,
hey,
she
Mom.
up early this morning. Hey,
She's
Mom.
up early every morning. Shout out to Javon. And shout out to Dr. Hall, our sponsor. Shout out to Jesse watching. And everybody else who's on there watching. Thank you, guys.
So as we were...
Yeah, no, go ahead.
As we was just wrapping up, we was just talking about the summit, Chris, Sherese, and Leah, about what it means to put on an event that in a time, especially in the pandemic, they say, ain't nothing to do. The kid ain't nothing to do around the city. The city, we ain't really got much for, which in some cases that's true. But don't neglect those that do put in the effort, the energy to do so. It might be small on a bigger scale to some, but it is life-changing. And this summit that Chris has had a vision, again, I thank you, my brother, for allowing me to be a part of that experience. It took me back a little bit to when I was working in youth services in Alabama. We had this thing called Basic Living Skills. And when I saw you bring basic living skills off the paper into action, I said, oh, yeah, he dope. Oh, yeah, that's dope. That's dope. So people might want to know, what is the summit? What happens in the summit? What do you do at the summit?
We provide hands-on.
No, come back, man. You on? We provide. Man, come on, man. We supposed to be lit.
Let me build. Let me build.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because he could go 0 to 100 real quick.
Real quick.
Okay, come now.
But I just want to always want to be calm when I'm actually giving information as much as possible, because a lot of times people will get caught up with the antics much more than hearing what I'm actually trying to say. But we provide hands-on.
Preach.
we provide hands-on activities to young men and women to be able to give them basic skills in life so that they can apply it. But all these things that we try to do add value to their life, and if they can learn value in their life, then they can find a purpose in their life. If they got a purpose in their life, then it would in turn help them make good decisions. Once you know your purpose, you're not gonna make decisions that's gonna actually go against your purpose in life. You know, if you got a great job, you're gonna think about the damage you're gonna do to somebody else because you're like, I don't want to lose this job. I don't want to lose this money I'm making. I don't want to do this. So hopefully the things that we do will create something that will allow them to be able to make positive decisions going forward in life. We may not touch the generation now, but I'm for sure those who are younger can, definitely be impacted by it.
Definitely. Sherese, y'all had, and again, I want y'all to explain some of the activities that y'all had. I thought it was so dope. I had a chance to do a little garden, Leah. I don't know if you have, or plotted flowers. And I remember that experience. And I was 40. I was in my 40s when I first put a flower in.
Damn, I'm about to say, how old is you? You old?
Man, hold up, they coming for me. Hold up. Y'all fried.
I thought you was only 40.
On God, on my life. On God, y'all better be cool. On my life. Hold up. But I never got down. It wasn't my age, it was my size. I wasn't getting down on the ground because I wasn't going to be able to get up too quick. But I had a chance to experience planting flowers. And I just remember that feeling. It was so calm and relaxing. And somebody told me when you get the green thumb and you get closer to the core of life, it gives that type of energy. So when I saw y'all doing that with the young ladies and providing them with the tools that they could take home, Riri, that was just so dope. How many young ladies are participating? And you could speak to some of the other activities that y'all have done too.
Actually, the gardening one was the most girls that we had, and Merck's smiling because she was there.
She still got dirt in her nails. Like I had
but she enjoyed it.
I had to wipe the board off. Like hold on, baby. I said, that girl got soiled.
She enjoyed it, and she's asked me actually the day of the summit that we did gardening. She asked me if she can come to my house and do it, and she asked me 2 days ago. I told her yes both times, and I told her she can do it whenever she's ready. But I definitely have space for you to come plant flowers. But we wanted to do gardening that day because
she didn't mulch her.
Space in her heart.
I mean,
so is this something that? So before you say how many showed up, is gardening and planting flowers something that you always enjoyed?
No, I've never ever planted a flower.
Man, I saw you laying the mulch last week.
I was listening. So I actually learned things at the summit. So that's why when women ask me if they're allowed to come when I make the post, yes, they ask, can we participate? Yes, you can. There's things that I didn't know that I've learned at the summit since we've been going.
So look, it's called the Me Summit and the We Summit. And
which means?
It means male empowerment and women empowerment. And let's break that down. Like women empower young women to be able to be empowered to learn how to do these things. But also, if you come and you don't know, you can be empowered by another woman to be able to, a grown woman can be empowered by another woman to learn those same things. So that's why it's really a cycle that is never ending, because we're empowering each other.
Whoa.
So that's the thing, that it can never grow old, because we can always empower other young women or other young men or men our age and things of that nature. We were teaching men how to tie ties, like grown men.
No, y'all brought the damn ironing boards in the parking lot. The old with the rusted ones that you got to lay the towel over. They had the new ones too. I'm just playing. But they were ironing clothes in the park, showing men how to iron their clothes.
I love that. And I love that you guys taught people how to tie ties, because I'm a single mother. And when my son started school last year, he started out at Martin Luther King
big shout out
Academy.
To Mr. Willie Ward.
Yeah, and I didn't know how to tie a tie, and I had to YouTube it. Like, I had to watch a YouTube video for like the first week of school every day to tie his tie. So even for women, that would be a great activity for single moms who have boys and they don't know how to tie a tie. Like, that's pretty dope.
I want to do Casey know how to tie his tie.
Nah, Casey don't know how to tie.
Okay, you know how to tie his shoe though. Know how to tie his shoe. So, what you said, Chris, and what you said, Sherese, that y'all made it practical, and now y'all seeing people ask. I riding down during Collingwood when y'all did the lawn summit on that Sunday, the young brother was using a weed whacker that he got from, man, I almost tore my car up trying to stop to turn around and get this young brother video, because it just, man, I felt good for y'all to see this young brother take a tool that was given to him, and man, he didn't, it was, the grass was unleveled, but he said, man, I'm doing everything. He cutting all the folks down the street. He cutting around the corner. But I was so proud of you, man. I was so proud of y'all to see this young brother take his tool. He had extension cord from over by the African American Legacy Project across the street to make sure he cutting that, trimming the edges.
And that's the great thing about it. And I want to give a shout out to our community. Like the community, you may be asking, how is this funded? It's funded literally by the community. Like literally, the community are the ones who've been given donations. And people are like, you want to make this a 501c3? You want to make this? And I'm like, no, I don't want it to be about me. I don't want to leave the community out of it. I really, and I may have to do a 501c3 sometime down the line because of the growth of it or whatever the case may be. But
I'll give you an insight of the way around that, working on some of these other activities like the Smith Fest. Yeah. I saw the 501c3 be put aside and still to receive the things that we need to do. And they want to tell us a 501c3, which is cool, right. But there's a community benefit piece that you can also receive like you have been receiving.
And that's the thing, like, for me, it's not even about just merely the money. Like, look, I was going to teach somebody how to iron if I brought my own iron out of the backyard, you know what I'm saying, or out of my house. But my thing is when you get the community involved and they can see the vision, then they're actually helping other young people. So now the young man, no, it didn't come from Chris. It came from some stranger. So now he has a different appreciation for strangers. Mm-hmm. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So like,
and you do push that.
It's literally a holistic approach that we're trying to hit from all angles, that this thing is much bigger than the McBrayers. It's much bigger than just saying it's a summit. It's about like creating a whole generational like lifestyle shift for our community, and I think it's needed. A lot of people do a lot of boys and men conferences and things of that nature, but when we go to those things, it's all talking. And the kids are zoned out.
Right.
I mean, they're tapped out, phoned out, tapped
phoned out. I like
out.
that, phoned out.
So I want to make sure it's hands on. So even the volunteers that come, I'm always constantly reminding them, hey, let's make sure we keep them moving. Let's keep them engaged.
Riri got me going to sleep last week. I know you got that picture because my son said it. He told me when I was sitting at the table for the etiquette, he like, Dad, you're snoring.
See there? He ate and he went to sleep. That's crazy.
They feed us good, Leah.
Hot meals. As well.
But Leah was asking, because she said, how can I be a part of it? That's why we reached out to Sherese at the time. I was like, oh, yeah, I need to connect y'all. But Leah, one of the things that was so unique is that these activities happen outside.
I love that.
Chris, why did we choose outside and the location of you having the summit? Why was those chosen?
Shout out to Pastor Charles Allen for giving us the location, allowing us to have that. But I wanted central location. Like, I wanted to be right where crime happens, right where a lot of stuff happens, so that those who are walking, those who are at risk, those who are right there, even though it's not only for at risk, but I really want it to be where people can drive down the street and hop out the car and say, man, I want to get involved. Right. So how can you join? It ain't no sign up, it's a show up. You just show up.
I love that.
And that's just exactly what it is.
I love that. That's dope. Because I've had an idea to do something just like what you guys are doing, and so I like what Sherese said earlier. We don't all have to go out and do our own thing. I had a vision. It was literally exactly what you guys are doing, and I didn't even know you guys were already doing it. So now that I hear that someone is doing something that I would like to do, I'm the type of person, let me join them. Let me join the movement, because it's not about me. It's not about my vision, your vision. It's about the community. It's about what we can do to give back to these kids. These kids are our next generation, and right now things are looking real crazy. And crazy. If we, as the adults and as the parents, don't get this thing in order, I'm scared for our kids. I'm frightened for my children.
I want to speak to that, because a lot of people say, my kid's cool. Your kids may be cool, right?
Until somebody else's kid comes up.
But it's the kid that my son will be perfectly fine, I think, right?
Yes.
But it's the kids that he got to play football with. It's the kids that he got to go to school with. It's his friends.
It's the kids he might get in the car with.
Absolutely. And it's the kids that may be running into him while he's in the car or he at McDonald's that I want to make sure that we touch. So I don't want to be selfish and say my kids is cool. And if anybody's operating that kind of silo to be like, I'm only going to worry about mine, then that's a selfish mentality.
Yes, very selfish.
And that's what part where it really struggles at, where I struggle at, that you won't let another adult help you when you know you need help. And then you will cry out for help, and then once that adult actually start helping you, pull them away. Like all those things, we gotta change the mindset.
Yeah.
So what I try to do with the summit is literally say, you may not receive or hear everything that we said here, but here's a token of appreciation for coming, right? And because you'll be always reminded every time you see that weed whacker that I was at the summit. Or every time you see that ironing board, and I might as well just go down the line. Every time you get ready to tie a tie. Every time you get ready to change car brakes or you see car brakes. Every time you got a flat tire. Every time you, what else? Oh, every time you barbecue. Go ahead.
Or, like you just said, you got to save a friend life.
CPR. And shout out to Trice for coming out there for
it ain't.
No, but
that was, man, the breaks had me first though, Riri. I was seeing young men get up and do breaks and people willing to risk they signed a waiver, but willing to say he had professionals that was around it. And that's what I like too. Like he said, it ain't, hey, what I got to do to sign? Come and sign up. If you are experienced in this and a piece that might help fix those breaks, I was like, man, it's dope. So when you did these interactions and you gave the tokens and then you did the CPR, where kids actually got down on the ground and did hands-only CPR, he brought in professionals to assist. So even if they didn't know, they got in their head, I'd have seen it before. I might not know how, but I can.
Because in that moment, they're going to remember. If that moment ever comes, they will remember,
They had barbecue. Like, he brought little grills out there. Like, to this day,
that's amazing.
Man, I don't even know if my meat was all the way done on the grill. But
who cooked your food, though?
Yeah, you got me.
But watch this, though.
You got me.
So, and I want to say this. So, it started off from 13 to 19. But then I seen there's a need for period.
Volunteers got involved. Everybody.
So from there, I opened it up to anybody can come as long as they can follow directions and they're willing to learn. But if you're under the age of 13, your parent must stay there the whole time. But let me just speak to that, the barbecuing. My son has never eaten a hamburger before, right? Until that week.
Wait a minute, how old is Casey?
My son is 8.
And he never
he don't eat hamburger, right? Until that week. And what happened was he didn't eat a hamburger because we asked him to eat a hamburger. He only ate it, but look, he's talking.
Come up here.
But he ate it right.
So come tell the story.
Go ahead.
So let him tell the story. Tell the story, Casey. And if you're looking on the Facebook Live, hold on, we gonna get it right. He want to tell his hamburger story. Daddy can't tell. He got to eat a hamburger
better than he can. Nobody can only tell their own.
So, Casey, Dad is talking to Mike. Dad is telling the first time you ate a hamburger at 8.
Yeah, I actually did. It was good, and I put my own seasoning, and I actually made it with the grill. I made a few mistakes, but my mom and dad was there to help me.
It's too cold.
It was good.
It was so good that you did what when you was done?
I actually made about like 2 more and I ate it.
and if y'all see,
I also made a couple more for my sister and my nana.
What? So wait a minute, you smashed the hamburger patty, you seasoned it. What kind of seasoning did you put on? I bet he don't even know. I bet he don't know.
Garlic.
Oh, he know he like garlic on his burger. Did you put some cheese on there?
Yeah.
Mayonnaise?
No, not mayonnaise. I hate mayonnaise. I never even ate it.
Expect the unexpected. So you got a chance to eat a hamburger from the summit. Why were you so proud, Casey, of your mom and dad letting kids and the community come cook hamburgers?
Because it's really good to help young men and young women how to cook and do things that they never done before, and
Grove Patterson. Shout out to Grove Patterson real quick.
Hernika Johnson.
Because he is the real deal. Coming to a mic near you. Go ahead.
to know how to do things that you never done before, and it's pretty awesome and cool how to do some things that you never done, and when you do it, you know how to do it. So, and another time that it's a possibility that you can do it, you can do it.
So, wait a minute, man. I'm just taking it back. Hold on.
That's my boy. That's my baby right there.
Hey, I'm proud of you, see. I'm proud of you. Out of all of the summits that happen every Sunday from 5 to 7 for the last 2.5 months, every Sunday y'all are at 3 East Bancroft. I know that because the YOP used to be, that was home for Trice. We painted that building in there. And shout out to, the YMCA. Pastor Allen was a big part of the YMCA Youth Opportunities Program. So to see it being continued as the Empowerment Center, I just want to make sure we give that clause because I'm proud of you, Pastor Allen, to keeping that baton. But Kason, what was the funnest summit that you had thus far? Give me your top 2.
Well, that was pretty tough, but one of my favorite ones was was when I had to cook my own food. That was really awesome. But the second one, that's pretty tough because I participated in some of them, and it was really good, and some of them are really tough.
Some of them are really tough?
Yep.
So now you got to kind of plug your sister. Which one you think Kaylee, she likes the best?
I don't know, but I think she said when I made her the hamburger, she said it was one of the best hamburgers that I ever made.
Oh, her brother made it. She like, yeah.
And she also said that I make the best hamburgers.
So Kaylee, she's on the mic with us. Your brother made good hamburgers. Let her hear herself. Yeah, we gonna put her on. So your brother made a good hamburger?
Mm-hmm.
So you would let him make a hamburger if mom and dad let him make a hamburger?
Mm-hmm.
So which summit do you like the best?
My favorite one was where Kason cooked me a hamburger.
Okay.
And my second one was where we did flowers.
Did flowers. And y'all still get to watch the flowers and put water and stuff around them? So why did you like planting the flowers, Kaylee?
Because I like flowers and they make me so happy.
Aw, Kaylee, you so beautiful. Uncle Trice love you. So since y'all in the studio real quick, Kaylee and Kason, why do y'all like being here in the studio?
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. At first, when we came out, I was like, oh my God. I was like, wait, this is the rodeo show? I was like, wait, this doesn't make sense. And then when I read the sign, I was like, oh, this is the morning show.
Hey, and everybody's looking at you live right now. Hit the love button if you listening right now. Send them some love. Send some words of encouragement because of Chris and Sherese will be following up. Kaylee, why do you like coming in the 419 Grind Studios? Why you like it in here?
So my favorite thing about it is
She good, baby.
I like that. Oh,
The globe, she like the world, y'all. She like the world. And you know what I like most?
What?
Who is that?
Princess. It's daddy's what?
Princess.
Daddy Princess. And so before we take y'all off the mic, why are you proud of your parents? Let's let Kaylee go first. Why are you proud of mom and dad?
Cause they love me and I love them too.
You might make me cry. Kaylee, why you do that? Why you do that, Kaylee? Why you do that? I love them too. Casey, why you love mom and dad? Why you?
Because
Even when dad get mad and y'all can dance really good.
I still love them.
You still love them?
Yeah.
Who can beat your dad dancing?
Me.
Okay then, all right. So why you love mom and dad?
I love both of them because I love them. They love me and they help me a lot. And sometimes I help them too when they need some help.
Ooh. So you don't get mad when dad be like, go get me the remote?
No.
Mama be like, go put your shoes up.
No.
All right, so now, Casey, you get a chance to tell the parent secret right here on the morning Rise and Grind. You get to tell a parent secret.
Never go against the grain, Casey.
Right here. It's everybody's looking.
Never go against the grain.
Everybody's looking.
Never Casey.
Never. We never go against
Casey, help. Tell. All right. Casey, what is a secret about your parents that nobody knows? That's a funny secret. Tell the funny family secret that
I can't even tell a secret because I don't even know the secret.
We don't go against the grain, man. That's something we teach.
I would if I knew the secret.
Forget about that.
Good politics right there.
Well, we thank you. Is Casey, is school a little difficult, a little different now with this virtual piece?
Not really, because I once did this when I don't remember when, but I did once have to do this on like online school, and I once this thing on my mom's phone, and then we all did something virtual. We had to tell jokes.
Okay.
And it was really cool, and since I've done online school before, I think it won't be really tough for me. So I think I'll be able to do it.
And stay focused?
Yeah.
That's cool. Kaylee, you like doing online school or you like being in school?
I like doing online school because...
And how old are you, Kaylee? Because you just too good, baby.
4.
Oh, my goodness. Say that one more time. How old are you, beautiful?
4.
Okay, so why do you like online school when you 4 years old?
Because I like to have me and my mom decorate.
Oh, so you and my...
Something similar to online school, though.
Don't steal her. She 4 years old and she like her mama, her and my... There we go. We talking about those basic skills that she could take from the classroom and apply to life. And she said decoration. That's a job. That's a career. That's an opportunity, Casey. So making it work. Chris, Sherese, and everybody in the studio, let's just give them a round of applause. But I know it's not just y'all. Your moms, your grandparents have helped with the grooming of your kids.
Yeah, we got a great support
system.
On both sides.
And it's so crazy and interesting when we hear our kids say things. Sherese, in this growth of being a mom, and you're a former athlete, standout athlete, one of the best female high school basketball players in Toledo, in Ohio at the time.
They got her top 4 in Toledo.
Top 4.
We can argue that.
But she's number 1 at weight, period. She's going in the I'm in my Dre Sav right now, and she's going in the books, and she's going to be big shout out to say, they need to do it. And then you know how Dre get. But as a mom, a basketball mom, because you are a basketball player, and they kids, they like sports. Mm-hmm. What is, with all these things, the tools and the learning, you working in TPS, what is still one of the parent shocks that your kid, or you heard your daughter say, or you heard your son say, like, I can't believe they did that? What's one? I know it's many because y'all have some very articulate kids. Mm-hmm. What is one of them that stand out and you was like, my baby is growing? And why you think, I know Chris is ready. Give it to me, Chris. What was one of the defining moments as a parent that with raising your kids, man?
Well, for me, it's always when I get reports back from people. So it's not just like one, but just shocked me. And if you don't mind, the one that you came and told me, that I ain't tell you, but that melted my heart.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so now this is
the unexpected.
Expect the unexpected. No, he about to hit it. Oh my goodness, this is crazy.
So
hold on, let me brace up because he about to. I said tell a secret, but damn, Chris, he about to tell it.
So we were at the summit, and Trice was, I think, helped cleaning up and bending over a little bit.
Oh wow!
Yeah, expect the unexpected.
I wasn't ready for that. I wish you would have told me before I took a drink.
And Casey went to Trice and said, "Hey, I don't want to be rude, but There's a teensy weensy bit of your butt crack that's hanging out. You might want to pull your pants up.
I love him. I extra loved him.
But the way he's been able to be polite and actually telling people about themselves has just been really amazing. Even it was somebody who had like I think a glass eye or something like that. And he was like, "Hey, can I ask you a question?" He's like, "Is your eye real?" And just it may be disrespectful. In my eyes, I actually got defensive. And that person was like, no, he can ask. He asked respectfully. So for me, like, to be able to be respectful to a parent, adults and people actually are giving us that feedback is really amazing.
And you're right, Leah. And I know you wasn't expecting that, but yeah, he was so polite with her. He was like, "Big Trice, can I don't want to be rude, but he said, there's a little bit of your butt is showing." I'm trying to put stuff in the car, but I was so proud that he didn't leave me hanging. So Kason is one of those that if you got food around your mouth, booger hanging from your nose, Kason is going to let you know, your eyelash is hanging. Is that strips or is that a strip or a singles? Kason is going to be on it. But I'm just glad that y'all have poured into him and deposit. There's the way you can say it, because I didn't feel offensive. I was so happy he told me to get my pants up. And they wasn't just sagging. He saw the black hole, tips of the black hole. He like, no. He like, no. I'm surprised I didn't scar him, y'all, and y'all got to go get him.
I think he's scarred for life.
No, when we went home, he said, "Daddy, he had more crack than Harlem."
Shot fired. So Riri, we gonna hurry up, change. Hurry up, help me, Sherese. Defining moment as a parent.
Man, I don't know. I spend a lot of time with them. I would just say that for me, it's been a challenge to figure out the different ways to be a parent.
Okay.
I just try to do my best to not give them the things that I didn't like growing up. Like I allow them to express themselves even when they've done something wrong.
Okay.
So I just try to be conscious of their feelings, even though it may be
chastising, or I might have to get on them.
Yeah. That's the biggest thing for me. I see myself and Kaylee a lot. They're complete opposites. Kason is all Chris energy-wise, but everybody thinks he look like me.
Turn up.
He's definitely the opposite, because I am not a dancer, so don't ask me to do videos dancing with Kaylee.
Why you don't like dances? That's a secret.
Oh, it's not a secret. I just don't know what to do next. Like I got rhythm. I can keep a beat, but I don't know how to transition to the next dance, so I don't dance. So, but yeah, that's just my biggest thing, to try to be balanced in everything, not be so one-sided, and allow them to express themselves emotionally.
I love it. I think I just want to say to you, you're a beautiful, amazing, phenomenal woman.
Thank you.
I'm striving every day to be more like a wife, because I've learned that they say it's very important that you have to be a wife and a husband before actually becoming a wife or a husband.
I don't agree.
You don't agree?
I don't.
Okay. What are your thoughts on that?
I think there is somebody who is willing to meet you where you are.
Oh, say
to
that.
help you get to the space you want to be in.
She should have been out working out Wednesday yesterday.
I mean,
I should have had Sherese in here with me. I needed help yesterday. This shit was heated.
I don't think I was.
Oh, we can cuss.
I don't think I was.
Praise the Lord.
I worked to be a wife because I didn't see marriage growing up. My mom was never married. My mom still isn't married. My auntie, I have a auntie who's married, but my uncle married her. So I didn't really have many examples of marriage. But I do have people who've been married for a long time, and through their marriages, I've seen things that I kind of didn't want to experience for my marriage.
Oh, yes.
So I just kind of navigated in a space that was comfortable for me.
Right.
And I met somebody who was willing to meet me there, and we worked together to be at a certain point. I don't think that I should be in a single space, because technically we're single if we're not married, doing things that wives should do.
Okay.
Why would I treat you like that if you're not willing to be my husband? You know what I mean? So I don't think that's necessarily true. If someone comes into your life and you feel like there's things that you need to change to kind of compliment him, and you guys work through that through communication and those things, then I think that will ultimately get you to where you want to be. But I don't think you should have the mindset of, I need to act like a wife. Because someone is going to like you regardless.
I love that.
Ooh.
I love that.
And you know what? That was such a great response, and I love your conversation because that's what this is. But you said you couldn't dance, and you know this morning right here, we go all the way. We gonna get into it. So if y'all looking on the live, this is my cut. And hey, we gonna rock a little bit. Hey,
Get it, flip it, hit it, split
hey,
it,
rock
quit
a
it,
little bit
get up,
on the
miss
line.
it.
Hey,
Get it, flip it,
y'all see
hit
us
it,
live
split
right
it,
now in the
quit it,
studio?
get up, miss
Hey,
it.
real fans,
Get
kicking
it,
it.
split it, hit it, split
Hey,
it, drill it, come
hey,
on,
y'all
miss
see
it.
him on the line? Get it,
Split it, hit it, split it, quit
Hey,
it. Is you with it?
this is a real break right here.
Flip it, hit it,
Let's go.
split it, quit it, get up, miss it.
Y'all rocking with one of the best right now.
Hit it, split it,
We in
quit
the
it,
studio,
get up,
419
miss it.
grind.
Hit it, split it, hit it,
I thought
split
you
it,
said you
drill
couldn't
it,
dance,
come
Renee.
on,
Hey,
miss
Leah,
it.
what's happening?
Hit it, split it, hit it, split it,
It's
quit
a
it.
whole new concert.
I be tryna hit it, you not with it, get up missing. Fool,
Let me see you
can't
rock
catch
with it,
him
Brett.
slipping. If he slip, he
Hey.
get up drilling. My
Y'all
young
thought we
be
was just
tripping,
playing?
ain't no question
Expect the
if he
understand.
with it. His
Hey,
fingers,
y'all
they
rising and grinding right here on the
they
morning
for
show.
that extension. Ayy, clutch it, up it, bust it, load my clip up, gotta stuff it. You ain't clutching,
Hey,
busting
let's go.
nothing. You not hard to
This your boy
rough.
Big Trees, hear me?
A little honey,
I
under
like rapping
honey,
too, I'm a
he
little
don't be
Hey,
tripping.
let me see the rock here. Let me see the rock
Yeah, she
here.
love
Let me see the rock here.
Damn right she
Just
love
rock
it.
with it, yeah.
Whip it, whip it, whip it, whip it, whip
You
it,
don't know the words, you just be
whip
like,
it.
get it.
Get it,
Okay,
get
here we
it,
go. Let's
till
go,
my
Leah.
neck, hit it.
Hey, we done got church, y'all.
Whip it,
We on the line.
whip it, hit it, quit it, split it. You
Oh,
ain't
this dope
with
boy.
it, get missing.
I like the cut, though.
Get it, flip it, hit it, split it, quit it, get up, miss it. Hold on. Get it, flip it, hit it, split it, quit it, get up, miss it.
See, y'all thought we was just gonna be talking all day. No, like Chris said, you gotta get to moving. You gonna talk me
Split
to
it, quit it, is you with it?
Her and her blood sister, I call that a double blessing. When you don't catch it, DVD, you get it.
Oh, everybody loving it. Hit the love button. If y'all
Coronavirus,
liking it right now in the
CKP,
studio,
my wrist
rock with it. Hit the love
infected.
button. Y'all see the
Plus
kids?
A 4 to a quarter, got a finesse.
Hey, Sherese, give me that.
Profile
You-
look like the wheels on flat.
Hey,
Smell
hey,
the rust, cause the
hey,
windows
hey,
cracked.
hey.
Swerving hard, I done spill my yak. Big old speaker like the bass in the back. Hit licks with my knee, then we split it down the middle. Thinking
Hey,
this is just
hey,
a
Trey,
riddle. Burn
we
your
turned
block
up.
up
Hey,
like
they
a
gonna hear us in the whole building.
riddle.
Somebody gonna cross security because we in this thing.
On flying gang.
Hey,
Send the chain to my
419
in the chain gang.
Studios.
If it's real, bring the whole
Hey,
pack, man.
they
Fuck
say
out
y'all
the
the real
Gulf
ghosts.
chopper.
We like to be
Beef is
called the
synthetic,
dudes, giving another
impossible whopper. I stand up tall,
opportunity now.
I'm really that, you just
Okay.
the impossible.
It's a whole vibe
Flip
this
it,
morning.
hit it, split it, quit it, get up, miss
Hey, Leah,
it.
what you say,
Get
baby?
it, flip it, hit it, split
Big
it,
bag.
That's
quit
all she
it,
been
get up,
saying.
miss it. Hit it, split it,
Okay.
hit it, split it, drill it.
It's a
come
whole
on, miss
vibe
it.
in here this morning.
Hit it,
It's
split it,
Thursday.
hit it,
If
split
y'all ain't
it,
getting no
quit
workout,
it.
we rising and grinding this morning.
Hit it, flip it, hit it, split it, quit it, get up, miss it. Get it, flip it, hit it, split it, quit it, get up, miss it. Hit it, split it, hit it, split it, drill it, come on, miss it. Hit it, split it, hit it, split it.
Hit it, split it, hit it, split it.
Y'all got
hit
me
it, split
tired.
it, split
We
it.
was rocking in here. We had a whole hustle. It's a whole vibe this morning. Man, I love y'all. Yeah. Look, the kids still crunk. Now everybody got sit down, sit down, sit down. Y'all sit down somewhere. So, what can we expect this week from the summit? How can people reach y'all? That's what I'm talking about. Thank y'all for having fun with us this morning as we bring this show to a close. How can people reach you? What is this Sunday going to look like for the summit?
It's going
You got to say crunk though, because we in that vibe now. It's a whole vibe.
It's going to be our last week for the young men.
Oh, this is the last week for the young men.
So for the young men, and then we're gonna break for a few weeks, and then so the whole thing is we're trying to build the momentum up still. All right.
Yes.
So it's not quite the summit yet. It's still the Me Summit and We Summit. So we're on our last week of the Me Summit. Although the Week Summit are now entering into their 4th week. So with that being said. It's funny that you got boxing mitts here because I thought you knew that we were actually gonna be doing boxing. We're gonna actually be.
I did.
We're gonna have local.
I'm lying.
We're gonna have the local boxers and trainers come
dope.
in town. E Bunny said he'll be
dope.
there if he's
Wow.
not in town.
Prince, Dre Ware,
all those
Roshan,
guys-
Coach
Roshan
Soul
Jones,
City Boxing.
He's already in and everything. So with that being said, it's just not boxing that we're actually promoting right now. It's actually, well, let's just say that. Let's just get real quick. So instead of, if you want to put the guns down, teach these boys how to fight a little bit, right? So fight and then get it over with if we're going to do
Let's
that.
get to it
All right,
and keep it moving.
So that's that. But also,
And then we can do it again if you want to come back, but
we can keep
just
fighting,
don't
right?
kill me.
But you live, right? You live to fight another day, like Craig Daddy said.
Right. You live to see another day.
But the whole thing is that not only we're promoting positive or I would say decompressing attitudes. So like we're gonna leave. Everybody's gonna leave with a boxing glove and mitts, so they can actually work on punching at home. So that if they're angry or whatever the case may be, they put them gloves on, get somebody in the midst, and they can decompress their
This
anger.
was almost like our de-escalation training that we taught. Just another form of
Absolutely.
it.
So,
Great job, man.
And also, it actually helps with being able to have self-defense.
And women can be a part of this too. Please let Leah come so she can come throw them hands.
Let
Let
her
her.
We Summit. The women will be doing the same thing. So
Oh yeah,
we're doing the same
I got
thing,
some
yeah.
aggression I need to get out.
Absolutely.
Yes, she do. I'll bring her. She ride with me.
So it's really amazing. It's gonna actually build confidence. It's gonna build coordination. Coordination with individuals. Because we actually gonna teach jab, right, cross, left hook. We gonna teach them. So we got things that's coming. 5 to 7, y'all. 5 to 7. 5 to 7. 3 East Bancroft Street.
Sunday.
Listen, be on time.
On the corner.
Sunday.
Sunday.
Be on time, y'all. But also, I would say this, Trice. Going forward, once the Me Summit is over with, the We Summit will branch straight into what they do. So we need more teenage young girls there. We need more teenage young girls. I don't get, and I'm just gonna be honest right now. Like y'all know y'all kids, man. Y'all know how y'all struggle with them, and for you not to put them around something that's positive and put them in something that can actually help them. We're not talking their ears off, so we ain't telling them nothing that's going against what you teach. We actually just showing them a different way of life. Maybe they may see, like we had with the CPR, we had nurses there, and young dude by the name of David, 22 years old, graduated from TPS, is a nurse in the cardiology department.
Yes, sir.
So at 22 years old, right? So not too
Did you
far.
see what he was driving? But go ahead.
I didn't, but being 22, graduating from Toledo Public Schools, inner city school, right? Knowing that will give somebody hope. But just imagine if we had other young men or other young women there that could have been like, dang, man, I want to be a nurse. Oh, I can do it. He from the same cloth that I'm from.
And Chris, that is such a good point. Stop saying you got nieces, nephews, little cousins. If they need a damn ride, say something to somebody. Stop making excuses on why they can't get there. If you too busy, call somebody. Absolutely. That get me so frustrated when they say ain't nothing to do. No, you be a part of the solution. Yeah. Chris, if I got something going on and I know I can't get there, hey, Chris, you think you can come get my son, man? Or I call somebody. We will make sure they get home and get there. Stop.
I don't care if I got to go get the church van. We going to get them.
Stop making excuses why you can't get your nieces, your nephews, your little cousins. Drop them off. Shit, we telling y'all we got y'all. Just leave some food or some.
No, you ain't gotta leave nothing.
I know.
Hey, just drop them off. They gonna eat. They gonna eat a hot meal every week. For the last 9 weeks.
I'm talking about food.
Meals.
But you said under the age of a certain age.
Under the age of 13, they must be accompanied by an adult. But if we gotta pick them up, all right, man, cool, whatever. But
stop making excuses. Right here, stop right here. Y'all heard what he said. And Sherese, he said, y'all fix hot meals every Sunday. Like last week, we ate, and I'm gonna tell y'all because I ate some. Big shout out to Lexi over.
And Miss Mary's daycare.
And Miss Mary and her mom.
That's her.
Miss Mary.
Yep.
Man, what was that, Alfredo? What was
that? Yeah, chicken and broccoli Alfredo.
That's fat folks remember.
Hey, y'all don't want me over now with the food.
But they have every week, every Sunday, there are cooked meals. And yes, we could take it with us.
Lasagna,
or last
macaroni and cheese, dressing, fried chicken.
On a Sunday dinner.
It goes down, and I'm so appreciative of Alexia Sims. Alexia has been like really one of the biggest silent sponsors of this event.
Lexi, we love you. Miss Mary's Daycare and 3 Hearts.
And the Village Academy.
3 Hearts.
And Village Academy.
And Village Academy. Any final points? We're going to wrap this show up. Want to say thank you to the McBrayers.
Yes, thank you guys.
Again, I will say this. Chris, Sherese, let them know how they can find you. Leave contact numbers. And if you're listening and watching, please inbox them right now. If y'all really follow what Big Trice say and y'all really listen to Leah, go in their inbox and say, I seen you on the show. I seen and I heard what you said. Let us know that if we really have that influence. Please let them know how they can reach y'all and how they can stay in contact.
Sherese McBrayer on Facebook. I don't know if you guys have Twitter. Sherese Eulis on Twitter. I gave my number out. Y'all can go back and rewind.
Say it again.
Okay.
And it's on YouTube.
I got permission to say it again.
From the husband.
419-270-7625. Again, anyone, woman, interested in volunteering or helping for the We Summit, you can contact me. Any unsigned local players that want to continue playing basketball, you can also call me.
Ashcat.
And you can contact me on Facebook, Chris McBrayer. Make sure you see the icon with the Meet Summit logo, 419-270-7547. Also, when we talk about sports, your kid go to Scott, or if they go to Glassy or any academy that's in, and they live in Scott District, and they can come play football for me. So just bring it on out.
Man, thank y'all.
Thank you guys so much.
Did y'all enjoy this experience
Thank
this
you
morning?
for having us.
This is dope. This is dope.
Leah, yes, definitely.
Yeah,
before we bring the show to a
I
close.
can't even believe that I let this whole show go on. It should have been the first thing I said when I came on the mic, but it is my niece's 20th birthday.
Happy
Shout out
birthday.
to my
It's
niece.
your
Can
birthday.
we sing happy birthday?
Justice, huh?
Can we sing happy birthday to her?
Yes.
Casey, you ready to sing
Yes,
happy birthday
yes.
to her? What's her name? What's her name?
Justice Brown, JB.
Justice.
Come here,
on.
My
Casey.
baby.
Come on.
Yes,
ready?
it's her birthday.
Y'all ready?
We ready.
Happy birthday to you.
Cha cha cha.
Happy birthday to you. Cha cha cha. Happy birthday, dear Justice. Happy birthday to you. Auntie loves you.
Happy birthday
Hey.
Happy birthday to
Hit the love button. Hit the love button. Hit the likes right here. You can like this.
One more announcement.
Happy birthday to you.
All right.
I just want to say one more thing. Shout out to our sponsor, Dr. Hall and Greater New Psalmist Church. First Sunday, this Sunday, September the 6th, 3251 Glendale Avenue. Make sure you come out for the first Sunday back on campus since the quarantine. It's going to be a big family affair, food, DJ, all types of stuff. So wear your all white. It's an all white party, and come on out and have fun.
Again, just want to thank you for listening in to the all new Rise and Grind Morning Show. Make sure
Yes,
you
thank
like
you,
us,
everybody.
share
Love you
us,
guys.
love us. Want to give wrap our arms around. He just made an announcement today to DJ the legendary Keith Success. Hey man, we keeping you in the prayers. Yes, you will come out this thing on top. Keith, DJ Keith Success, I love you. He has announced to us that he is fighting cancer and he will beat it.
Yes, he
love
will.
you, man.
Yes, prayers.
Prayers.
To you,
And
for sure.
tune in tomorrow. We got Feel the Threat tomorrow, Friday. It's gonna be a whole threat tomorrow. Feel it. Expect the unexpected. The all new morning
Till next
show,
time.
Rise and Grind.
Mwah.
All the hatred in the world, it really hurts my soul. Another body in the street, another life gone cold. Another mother in agony watching life unfold. But there is no console. Tell me why we gotta hate each other. Why we can't just love each other. Why we gotta shoot each other. Why we can't just love each other.
Yo, look me in the face. We don't even have to hate. Enough money we could chase. Let's uplift the race. Let's get to a place. We can sit and talk face to face. Like men. There's a lot that we relate. You don't have to take the bait. Be a man. Anybody put a gun in their hand. Anybody can throw their hands. Anybody can choke or slam. Anybody can chase a bag. Let's plan and get them bands. Let's plan to go get them meals. Get back and pay them bills. Tell me why you shoot. Tell me why you hate. Tell me why you can't get on your grind and choose your fate. Let go of anger. Let go of pain. I know the whys. I felt the same. Been there. Cops killing, ops killing. No difference. Jail cells, graveyards, same sentence. I hopped off that porch with no regrets. To take control of life, I had to walk back up them steps.
All the hatred in the world, it really hurts my soul. Another body in the street, another life gone cold. Another mother in agony watching life unfold. But there is no console. Tell me why. Tell me why we gotta hate each other. Tell me why. Tell me why we can't just love each other. Tell me why we gotta shoot each other. Tell me why we can't just love each other.
Rest in peace, Mars. Love you, bro. Rest in peace, Romy. Love you, bro. Rest in heaven, Wax. Love you, Wax. R.I.P. to all the homies. Can't forget Spider. As a kid, I was inspired. He put rims on his tires, so tall that you can climb them. Hug your people, love your people. It's time to change. You've been keeping score, let's keep our people. Play a different game. Let go of evil, let's be peaceful. We've seen the movie change the sequel. I was on those front lines. Went to war with the other side. 09, I was active. I'm not talking online. I fought for respect, and I fought for what's mine. I fought for the game, and I fought for my side. I fight today to break the cycle. That type of life is suicidal. That life ain't it. I hopped off that porch with no regrets. To take control of life, I had to walk back up them steps.
All the hatred in the world, it really hurts my soul. Another body in the street, another life gone cold. Another mother in agony watching life unfold. But there is no console.
Tell me why? Tell me
why we gotta hate each other.
Tell me why?
Tell me why we can't just love each other.
Tell me why? Tell me
why we gotta shoot each other.
Too many people dying for no reason. We gotta stop it, we gotta break the cycle.
Why we can't just love each other.
Tell me why?
Tell me why. Tell me why.
We gotta stop taking score. We gotta start protecting our people, uplift our people. The biggest lie we was told is that you gotta die for your respect. There is no word in the dictionary. I'm willing to die.